Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Tech Talk podcast with techsceneza. So, I'm excited to be here, and in today's episode, we're going to have 4 segments, starting off with the Tech Roundup, the latest and greatest happenings in tech for the month of October. After that, we're going to proceed to some of the hot takes, and there's some controversial topics that we're going to be talking about. After the hot takes, there's a very interesting product we have to talk about and showcase to you guys from Asus, and especially the ROG lineup. And then finally, we're going to just have a little discussion around Black Friday shopping. So without further ado, let's dive into it. This episode of the Tech Scene Tech Talk podcast is sponsored by Rage Expo. Rage Expo, South Africa's largest expo of video gaming, tech, esports, geek culture, and digital lifestyle. Rage Expo is taking place between the 29th of November and the 1st of December at the Johannesburg Expo Center. If you want to pick up tickets, there's a link in the description below. Day passes are 200 Rand, and you can purchase a weekend pass for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 420 Rand. And I'm going to be there and have a lot of fun, so I hope to see you there as well. Before we begin, let me introduce my co-host, the greatest man alive that mans our website, Renaldo. Renaldo, welcome and thank you for joining me.
You put me on top there, greatest man alive. That's a nice opening.
Yeah.
I just need a theme song.
So, Renaldo, do you want to sort of give our listeners, our viewers, a little rundown as to who you are and what you do here at techsceneza?
So I'm Renaldo. I manage the website for TechScene. So if you don't know about the website, check it out. It's the quicker way to view the tech scene videos and reviews that we do. So yeah, that's me.
Right. And if you're wondering, right, we had microphones. there was a logistical breakdown in the middle of nowhere where the second microphone that we purchased for Renaldo obviously wasn't the greatest, and my fault. So I had to send that back, and
It smelled good though. Definitely smelled good. It smelled like new.
Yeah, Ronaldo had his mouth so close to the mic that he was smelling it.
And scratching.
But yeah, hopefully by the next one we'll have some mics and we'll look all podcasty with headphones and everything. But Ronaldo, let us dive into
We'll also have our own Jamie on the side to pull up whatever we need. Jeff Rogan. Jamie, pull up the bears. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how we're gonna find a Jamie, but Jamie, if you're out there watching, hit us up. So, Renaldo, why don't you take us away with the tech news? And the reason why Ronaldo's taking us away with the tech news, he is the guy that writes and he's always checking up on the latest and greatest happenings in tech. So, Ronaldo, take us away.
I give that honor to my email address, where the press releases come. So we're going to go through a few. We'll start off with the DJI Air 3S. It's a powerful dual camera drone from DJI. It's one of the latest, and this thing can go for quite a few kilometers. We got a 45-minute flight time, as well as battery life, and 20-kilometer range.
Yeah, I think the Air 3S, even when you compare it to the predecessor, the Air 3, it's stepped up the level of photography and videography from the drone, and whether it's capturing landscapes, whether it's capturing portraits, or just shooting long range, like how you said. I mean, at what did you say? 20K.
20 kilometers.
Yeah, 20K distance and a dual camera setup.
I think that's probably got to do with the dual camera setup. The 2 cameras is just it's fuse.
It's a 1-inch CMOS, which makes nightscapes much more better, and dual camera, 4K 60, 14 stops of dynamic range, HDR video, and
it's a pervert's dream. Not me though. Disclaimer.
Yeah. After the Air 3S, I think you were talking about the DJI Neo. So the DJI Neo is actually out for a little longer than the Air 3. The Air 3 was announced early in October, but Neo was out way before that. And I think the Neo has broken DJI into a new segment of the market because it's such a budget device, number one, as well as it's a vlogger's wet dream, because literally all you have to do is carry that drone in your pocket. You press on the drone itself, the sort of shot that you want to take. You press it, it takes off from your hand, takes its shots, and then lands back to your hand when you put it out there. And again, a 4K drone.
Vloggers, time to get some new bed sheets. Wet dream. Damn. So I think Samsung's also got their own releases this month with the Samsung S24 FE Fan Edition. For those who don't know, that is including me.
Yeah, Ronaldo came to know about the FE when we were actually going through the topic. Sorry.
I thought it was a model lineup.
Yeah, tell us about the FE.
Yeah, so the Galaxy S24 FE is Samsung's integration of all the features the fans love. That is the Fan Edition, and they're really going with it with the AI. They're using AI to enhance the photo assist, Photoshop, anything to do with photos.
Yeah,
they're really going the mile with the AI, and that's another vlogger's wet dream.
As much as it is FE Fan Edition, I think that Samsung is just initially the S21, S22 FE. Those were actual fan editions where people wanted specific features off a phone. With the S24 now, I think it's now pivoted from being what features people want to a point of, okay, this is the budget version that costs a third or 2/3 of the price of the flagship, that gets it in the hands of mid-market consumers.
More up to our hot takes on getting it to the hands of our latest consumers, but stay tuned. Okay, we're going to continue that with the Asus ZenBook S14. The Asus ZenBook S14 is Asus's new latest addition to in October from the ZenBook range.
So it has a Core Ultra 7 processor, 16 gigs, and I think one of the main talking points of the S14 is the Copilot. So again, AI has come into the October Tech Roundup.
Terminator is really taking over. Yeah. And then we're going to conclude the segment with Huawei's Watch GT5. And I really like this watch. It took me back like maybe 10 years to the watches you used to see,
Yeah.
Like a police watch or something. I think police is the only brand I know.
The GT5 comes with 2 weeks of battery life. So I can see the 46 says 14 days, and the 42 is saying 7 days max life, with a typical of 5 days and 9 days on the 46 millimeter.
I like the aesthetics. And if you're health buff, you like him, show the guns.
So, moving on to today's hot takes. And Ronaldo, I've got a hot take for you. Starting off...
Sorry, I thought you said hot drop.
Starting off, so as of October, cell phone companies or service providers in South Africa are actually offering a 48-month phone contract. So what's your thoughts on that, Ronaldo?
48-month phone contract. I think you sort of get it, because we've been moving up from 24 months to 36 months in the span of 10 years.
Somewhat, yeah. Last 7 or so years.
It's like the cell phones providers' inflation.
Yeah.
So it's understandable. Consumers going to have to understand that it's going to be, at the end of the day, you're going to pay much more. Just like it's always been. You take a cell phone contract per month, you're always going to pay more.
Yeah.
That's the case. But I think we were mentioning the last time we talked about how accessible it was.
Yeah, so accessibility is fine, that you want to get your flagship devices like your S24 Ultras into the hands of your mid-market consumers. But again, that raises the question of, okay, if you can't afford to at least pay 50% of that phone in cash, why are you trying to space this out over a space of about 4 years? And then on top of that, granted, it brings down your repayment from something like 1,700 Rand a month on a 24 or a 36 month contract, it brings it down to about 700-800 Rand. But if you had to insure that device and say something happens within the first 6 months of you owning the phone, then you're stuck paying for the other 3.5 years for that device that you no longer own.
Yeah, I think it comes down to, you know what you're purchasing. If you got the budget, purchase it. If you don't be stupid.
Yeah.
You know you're living with 20 people. What you need the latest S20 for? Get the A.
Yeah.
Phone your parents. Ask for money. With the 4 year, is it 4 years?
Yeah.
With the 4 year phone contracts, you're gonna get 2 years of warranty, and depending on what model or what make you buy, you're gonna get those 5 years of upgrades,
Software
upgrades. Yeah, I mean, I still, that's always been a case of warranty when you take a contract for a washing machine, you buy a washing machine or something. On the wrong, you get those contracts, those warranties of 2 years, 1 year. So that's, I mean, should they increase the warranty, maybe 6 months, 1 year?
But again, the warranty is coming down from a manufacturer level, like Samsung saying, our phones are under warranty for 2 years because
we'll give you that guarantee for 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And ideally, the the service providers are actually supposed to be following the 2 year warranty period. It's only in South Africa that we're seeing things like 3 year and 4 year contracts now, because you go to the UK, it's 2 years, every 2 years, and you take your old phone back to wherever you bought it. They buy the phone from you, they offer you a discount as much as it is an option in South Africa. It's actually not as big in South Africa.
Definitely, I did not know that.
Yeah, so in South Africa, as much as you can take it back to Vodacom and they'll offer you, but it's like people stick around with their phones, whereas in the UK, it's like you don't hold on to an older phone. Once your contract is up, you give it in, you get a new one, you get new warranty and everything.
But is it a choice or is it mandatory? You have to give it in?
It's a choice. Oh. But it's like, it's ingrained in their culture, and that's why the 2 year warranty and everything. So it's like, But again, it comes down to price. It's like, why should I sell it to Vodacom and they give me 5,000 when I can sell it on the Facebook Marketplace and get 10,000? So, yeah.
On that note of contracts, I think Talkealot has, for you, I think it's a bit of a
It's a very hot take.
Yeah, it's a hot drop. They dropped it like it's hot. Why you don't take us over? Take me through Talkealot's delivery purchases.
Yeah, so Renaldo knows how passionate I am about this. And Talkealot, as of October, has increased their delivery or their minimum purchase price for free delivery from 550 to 650, right? As much as it doesn't seem like that much, it's like a 20% increase or whatever. It's actually something...
It's close enough.
It's close enough. It's actually something bigger than that. And it's, in the last maybe 3 years, they've increased from 450 to 500 to 550, and they've sat consistent at 550 for a long time. But what my personal opinion is that with Talkealot more being offered their service, they're trying to push people, okay, instead of worrying about buying for 650 Rand, why don't you subscribe for the Talkealot more service, and you can get as many deliveries as you want.
The free deliveries?
Yeah.
But that's free. These are free deliveries over 650 Rand.
Yeah, so you get standard free deliveries, which is like anywhere between 2 to 4 days or even more. But the problem that I see with this, as much as they're pushing people to take they take a lot more application or their service. The problem is, if you look at the Talkealot more offerings, there's a 30 Rand, if I remember correctly. Let's quickly Google this. Talkealot more.
So they have like levels, like what, 45 Rand, 99 Rand, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. So that's how I'm going to get the numbers right.
Jamie, pull up Talkealot subscription versus bears.
So They have
I don't even watch Joe Rogan. I just watch the clips on
yeah,
YouTube. I don't even watch Joe Rogan. Who sits through watching for 3-4 hour podcasts? That's why ours is one.
Yeah. So there's a standard Talkealot More plan, which is 40 Rand a month. And what that gives you access to is 2 same-day deliveries with a 500 Rand minimum order, unlimited next-day deliveries with a 500 Rand minimum order, and then you get 2 same-day collections, 500 Rand minimum, free next-day collections, no minimum order, and free standard collections with no minimum order. There is some Mr. DA benefits, but we're not going to talk about that. So that's the 49 Rand a month offering. So then there has a 99 Rand offering, right? 99 Rand offering is their premium one. You get unlimited same day with 500 Rand minimum, free next day with no minimum. You get free weekend deliveries with no minimum order, free standard deliveries, which is the 650 one that we were talking about, and that's unlimited. And then you get 10 free deliveries of heavy and bulk items, and then unlimited same-day collections, unlimited next-day collections, and unlimited standard collections, all no minimum order. So my gripe with this is the fact that they're trying to sell us the service, but the most basic delivery service, which is the standard service, which is 2 to 4 days or whatever the hell it is, they are not offering that as part of Talkealot More. I would pay 10 Rand a month if it gives me access to, even if it's 10 per month with a minimum of like 400 Rand or 350 at least.
I think that's where we share the same opinion. It's the minimum price and it's the same throughout each one. Maybe you need to change it up a bit, but 500 Rand is a bit much.
Forget about even 500 Rand. Look at the 650. Because you would 100% be losing business, because I'm not going to wait for, even if it is on special, there's no guarantee that the price is going to be the same when I do gather 650 Rand worth of product. I'd rather just go to Game or Macro or someone and buy it and forget about it.
And you probably spend less money on fuel just getting there.
Exactly. So the convenience is sort of beginning to outweigh convenience is beginning to weigh.
Finish the sentence and I can help you out.
Yeah, the convenience is beginning to weigh against just going to the shop. I don't know. If it makes sense, it makes sense.
The convenience outweighs just going to the shop. But that's taking convenience and putting it into the premium category. That's kind of what they're kind of doing. So if I have to wait. The normal consumer has to freaking wait and bulk up their order just to get a free delivery.
Okay, but we also.
And what if I need toilet paper now?
I must wait.
I must wait for the whole neighborhood to finish their toilet paper and then order bulk.
We also being Indian about it, where we're trying to save money.
I'm colored.
Technically,
I'm colored.
Technically. We're being cheapy about it because we're talking about accessing free delivery. But you could pay the 40 Rand or whatever delivery charge for whatever price basket.
But like, what do you need immediately that's going to go up to 500 Rand? How much of stuff do you need immediately that's going to go up to 500 Rand?
Nothing. My baskets are always like 3 or 4 items at least.
I know, and it's like essentials don't add up so high.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying groceries and stuff, you'd rather 60-60 it. And you'd rather pay the 60-60 subscription fee, which is, I'll tell you now.
Jamie, pull up the subscription fee first thing there.
So the extra savings plan is 99 Rand a month for unlimited 60-60 deliveries. So
that's so much, that vastly outweighs Talkealot's the 45, the standard, the standard
one whatever.
Yeah, I mean
the 99 Rand as well.
Yeah, but
I mean, with
delivery.
With Checkers, you could order alcohol, you could order food, you could order pet food, you could order bread.
Essentials.
Yeah. compared to luxuries from Talkealot.
It just outweighs, like, you don't even, there's no minimum requirement. And
I think there is a 350 minimum spend.
okay, that doesn't vastly outweigh it, it just outweighs, it just beats. Because who's gonna wake up in the morning and be like, I need a TV right now, or anything on that price range right now.
And I mean, it actually adds up at the end of the day, because I mean, or at the end of the year, where you're considering 1,200 rand that you could have spent on something compared to just paying for their services. So I think companies need to rethink that. So, Ronaldo, introduce us to the next segment and tell us about the toy that you have been playing with.
So Asus has been gracious enough to let us test the ROG Ally X, their integrative Windows and portable gaming handheld device. I mean, it's a real step up from the portable devices.
And initially when I had seen the Ally itself, that was the time that we were doing the video on Retro Tech, and I did the PlayStation Portable. And it was like, hey, here's the PSP and here's the next level of portable gaming.
Yeah, and you can really see from they've really taken a step up in the real estate, but it's it's like a mini computer, and we're going PC Master Race. It's a bit of a PC Master Race combined with console,
Yeah.
So they've got the AMD Ryzen Z01 processor.
This has the Z1 Extreme, right?
What did I say?
Z1.
Yeah, this has got the Z1 Extreme processor, and it comes with the AMD Radeon graphics.
Yeah, 24 gigs LPDDR5, 1 terabyte of storage, NVMe. I think one of the main things with this is the fact that it supports so many existing game platforms, whether it's Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, whether it's Steam, who else is there?
Epic, they were Epic as well.
Epic Store.
Asus they've incorporated the Armory feature and that's kind of the central theme of this device for the Ally X Armory, and it incorporates any games that are situated on the device, whether it's, as Preshaan said, it's Xbox or it's Steam or it's Epic. So it's put it in one place. You can see it. It looks pretty good. There could be some minor glitches in there, but it looks pretty good and it's convenient. It's really convenient.
Yeah, and I think even the way that Asus actually developed the ROG Ally X, because what they actually did was they looked at the Ally and they looked at some of the pet peeves that consumers had with the Ally, whether it was the ability to upgrade the storage, and all of these other things that people were literally asking for. And they took all of that feedback from the Ally, and hence they built the Ally X. Ally X comes in at a much higher standpoint compared to the original Ally. The original Ally, I think, currently is retailing between 8 to 10,000 rand, and I think the Ally X is currently retailing for about 18 right now in SA.
Yeah, so I think, as they really did step it up, but I think they do have a little bit of ways to go. So some of the integration when testing is a bit wonky. You can still see the PC inputs coming up when it should be transferring over to the console inputs, stuff like that. Well, they might have a few things to work on, but I mean, portable PC.
So, with that being mentioned, if you want to pick up one of your very own ROG Ally X's, or if you'd like to check out our full review of this, you can head over to our YouTube channel, linked below, or if you're watching this on YouTube, head over, check out the review, and check out all of the full stuff of the device. Now,
it's November. You know what's happening in November?
Okay, December?
No, Black Friday. Close enough though.
Yeah. So, when it comes to spending and specifically Black Friday as well, people tend to go a little loco, mucho loco.
¿Qué pasa?
Yeah, so I think that's why it's also important in our inaugural episode to part some wisdom to the listeners on our guide to shopping tech or just shopping for Black Friday.
Don't go loco.
Yeah. Number one, don't go loco.
Number one, don't go loco. But number two, I think you gotta set a budget. I mean, it's not you see prices and you just dive right in. Let's plan for it. You gotta plan. You gotta set your budget. You know where you're at. You're not gonna go over, and then you don't have enough payment. Don't have enough money for rent. Now you gotta live with the 20 people on the other side of the neighborhood. Come on, bro. Set your budget.
On the point of budget, apart from just setting a max spend, you also have to do your research ahead of time. So that's like, okay, if you are looking at purchasing a TV, number one, apart from just researching it, do you really need a TV? And do you need to spend that money? Number two,
I need to watch something on the toilet. Come on.
Number two is, coming back to the research thing, a lot of the time, what happens is prices are marked up in the anticipation to be marked down for Black Friday and for Christmas and all of those things. So it's good for you to do your research and monitor the trending price or the trending price of a product that you're looking to purchase. And know, okay, you know what? It's been selling for 6,000 Rand all along. 2 weeks before Black Friday, if it becomes 10,000 Rand, we know, okay, it's coming back to 6,000 Rand for Black Friday. So there's that.
I think that ties in quite nicely to the next tip, which is comparing prices. Shop around. Do not look in one place. Macro does not have everything. Please look somewhere else. Also, they're filled up when you go there.
Yeah.
It's like a sardine fest. Just look somewhere else, please. Come on.
Game's none the better, eh?
Yeah?
Game's just like everyone's at that glass door, like, let me in.
You can smell where that person has been for the whole week.
Woo. They've been waiting outside Game for the whole week.
On that note of Game, they have a little bit of a negotiating policy that they have. Correct me if I'm wrong, that they have during Black Friday.
No, this is all the time.
This is all the time.
Yeah.
I don't really live here now, do I? I don't know that. So I can come with my own price and they wanna...
They want some proof, but yeah.
You don't even have to go to the police station and get that proof certified. You just bring it and show it to them.
They do it for everything besides bundle deals. So you know, like how they're more for less or whatever. It's not like if you buy a TV and a soundbar, it's 10,000 Rand. You can't go to them.
That makes sense. You've got a little bit of extra, a couple of other stuff there, but I don't know they did those things.
On the note of discounts and whatnot, apart from just Black Friday, right? Shop around from time in advance and not just monitoring prices, because there's a lot of the time where end of range tech is sort of being cleared prior to stuff going live or a sale and new products coming in. So oftentimes there's very early deals early into November, maybe even late October, where you'd pick up the previous generation TV, for example, and there's nothing wrong with it, just that there's a new model coming in with a different model number, but you still get the same 4-year warranty or 2-year warranty or whatever on the device.
And if you look at it online, if you purchase it online, you get a double whammy there.
Yeah.
You get discount on discount. So
just watch if you're buying Talkealot, then there might be some extra delivery charges.
Well, you have to wait a couple of months for your bulk order. But anyway, yeah. On that note, it's like if you're coupling by discounts on discounts. So if you're gonna wait for the latest model to come out, you get the previous model and you get it online. Now it's
so you don't even have to leave your house.
Yeah.
For shopping online, right? I think that's one of the biggest things that we have to consider. I'm going off topic here. Shopping online is a very scary place for a lot of people. Yeah. For us, or for younger people, it might seem like the norm, but for people who haven't been on the internet and aren't so trusting, it's very difficult to shop online, and shopping online is a whole different ballgame as it is. But on that note, number one, make sure that you are using secure sites. If you are shopping online, make sure that you are shopping a reputable brand. I mean, many South African retailers have closed down all overnight. So there's also fly-by-nights that open up all of a sudden come Black Friday, and they're selling a PlayStation 5 for 6,000 Rand. Specials that don't make sense obviously shouldn't be bought. And obviously security when you're shopping online is a very important thing as well. Use credit cards, because credit cards can have credit protection, that sort of thing, so you can easily be covered for fraudulent transactions if your card is cloned. As well as credit cards are easier to reverse compared to a debit card. So if you use a debit card and they charge you 100,000 and you have that on your card, it's gone with no security of it. Whereas if it's credit doesn't just go about like that. They freeze the transaction, they can reverse it, they can save you a whole lot of other stuff.
So I think one of the important things is to look out for the limited stock warnings. I mean, you don't want to be seeing, oh, there's 10 stock available, let me get there after work. And now you practically took the nail for everybody that's here for the discounts, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So just be a lookout on
with things like that. I think a lot of people also line up early. So if there's like a limited quantity, just like the PlayStation story from last year. I mean, everyone lined up for the FNB PlayStation 5s. Everyone lined up for the Talkealot PlayStation 5s. Everyone lined up for the game PlayStation 5s.
People didn't.
I was in the line and I got nothing.
And for the people that weren't in the line but were in their own house, they were still lined up waiting at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and they were still getting kicked out the servers.
Yeah.
Sucks to be.
When shopping Black Friday, right, like how we were mentioning, it's also important to look out for bundles, because bundle deals make a lot of sense. Because sometimes it's like with the PlayStation. If you're buying the PlayStation and a controller, instead of buying them independently, the bundle might work out cheaper, and a lot of the time the bundles do work out cheaper. But when you're considering bundles, also cap your spending. If you don't need something in a bundle, pointless you buying it. Only buy it if you actually need it. Otherwise, you're just wasting money that you shouldn't be spending.
While we're going through the guides, we're looking at it from a strategic point of view. So the things that you already know now, let's recap. You already know now what you've got your budget, and you've got your avenues of how we're going to do this, but you also have to have a list of what you're going to have to do. And let's not stray away from the list. Please don't stray away from the list. That's how you get FOMO.
Yeah, I think whether it's online, whether it's in person, a lot of people have FOMO, especially around Black Friday sales. And it's like, you may not be needing that new 75-inch TV, but it's like, it's 11,000 Rand. When is it going to be that price again? And you purchase it. And you spend 11,000 Rand that was meant to be your rent. Now you have no roof overhead, but you have a 75-inch TV. So FOMO is a very crippling thing. Like Ronaldo says,
it can lead you to living with 20 people.
Yeah. Know what you're looking for, and don't spend money, number one, that you don't have, as well as don't spend money on things you don't need. So yeah, that was our first podcast. Ronaldo, what's your thoughts? It was something different for us to try out. Especially for you. You're not someone to be in front of the camera or conversing like this. How did you find it?
Let me tell you, what an enjoyable experience. I felt like Jamie. What's
Seth Rogen, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's podcast, I felt like Jamie.
Yeah, so those
but this time Jamie's in. He's in point of view.
He's in screen.
Yeah.
For those of you who missed the reference, Ronaldo's been making Jamie references. That's to Joe Rogan's podcast.
I don't even watch it.
I'm standing here. I'm like, I need to be talking into a mic. So hopefully by the next time we'll also have mics, which will make us feel a little more in it. But yeah, Guys, thank you very much for listening, watching, if you were watching this on a video podcast platform. So the Tech Scene Tech Talk podcast is going to be launching once a month on the second Saturday of every month. So stay tuned for that. You can follow us on YouTube podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts, you know we're going to be there. And stay tuned because there's a lot of new stuff coming. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. And pop us a mail or just leave a comment on our social media. Let us know what you'd like to see in the podcast or what you'd like to listen to in the podcast. From the two of us, thank you very much for listening and watching, and we'll catch you next month.